Marvel's Avengers has officially announced that we're getting MCU cosmetics in-game. So I thought it would be fun to share my top predictions on which suits we're gonna get. For these picks, I have selected 2 suits for each Avenger, excluding Kamala and Kate Bishop, since we haven't really seen them in the MCU as of yet. I will say it was really hard to find unique suits for each of the characters, especially Hulk. But I think I did a pretty good job, so let's get into it. Now, with characters like the Hulk, there aren't many suits we can really pull from in the MCU, and the ones that we can, we've sort of already gotten in-game. So it was a little tricky for me to figure out which ones I was going to choose for Hulk. But I have decided to go with his gladiator suit from Thor Ragnarok and the suit that he wears in Avengers Endgame. Now, when it comes to his gladiator suit, yes, we already have a version of that in-game, but it would be nice to see a MCU-inspired gladiator suit, because it is a little different. And again, there wasn't really much to pull from Hulk. But the suit that he wears in Endgame is probably the only suit that Hulk has ever gotten, aside from his super stretchy pants, which again, we have a version of in-game. So I think the Endgame appearance is the perfect suit for the developers to give us. Now for Hawkeye, I have decided to choose his Age of Ultron suit and his Civil War suit. I think his Age of Ultron suit would be a good change in pace for Hawkeye's character in the game. We haven't really seen any characters with a longer coat in the game, so I think it'd be cool to finally implement that type of suit. Now, his Civil War suit, not much different in terms of the patterns and style of the suit, but the long sleeve and the short sleeve combo is something different, and there's a slight difference in the color purple, which I think would be just enough to have a little bit of variety. For Natasha Romanoff, I chose her Infinity War suit and her new white suit that's going to be coming in her Black Widow movie. I think the white suit is probably the most likely to be coming, since the first MCU suit is supposed to launch with the Red Room event, which we know is supposed to be in celebration of the Black Widow movie. But if that is not the case, I think the Infinity War suit would be a great change of pace in terms of the suits. We have the classic Black Widow style as the base, and then we have the tactical green vest and the blonde hair. All of that, just, it's so well put together. I think it'd make a great addition to the game. For one of Thor's MCU suits, I decided to go with his gladiator suit from Thor Ragnarok, mostly because I love the colors in that suit. I think it really pops, and it's something different for the character that we haven't really seen in game yet. The second suit I have selected for him is his Endgame appearance. Now, the suit he wears in Endgame is exactly the same as the one we see in Infinity War, but I really think the crazy hairstyle he's got going on in Endgame is really different and creative, and I think it would make a great addition to the game. For Cap, I decided to go with his Infinity War suit and his Endgame suit. His Infinity War suit is so different than anything we've seen for Cap. He's dirty, he's worn out, he's battle worn, he's got the beard, it's just so cool, and I just can't really see why they wouldn't put it in, again, unless they were putting a different suit in. But I just love this suit, and I really hope we get this in game. Now with the Endgame suit, it's not much different than his other suits in the MCU, but it's got the scales, which just look really cool. So I figured if I'm going to choose any Cap suits, I might as well choose the one with the scales. And lastly, for Tony Stark, I have his Mark 42 suit from Iron Man 3 and his Endgame suit. A lot of Endgame suits in this list, just saying. Anyway, I think his Mark 42 suit is so unique, and I personally loved the look of it back when Iron Man 3 came out, so I thought this would be a great addition to the huge roster of Iron Man suits we have in the game already. Now, when it comes to his Endgame suit, obviously it was based off the classic suit, which we already have a version of in-game, but I feel like the added textures and the added details to the MCU version of the suit would make it different enough to where we could have a version of it in-game. So those were my picks for the MCU suits that I think we may or may not get this coming spring. Most likely with Black Widow coming first, since, you know, we're getting it with the Red Room event. But that's all from me, everybody. If you liked the video, please consider leaving it a like. And if you want to say something to me, comment down below. I might answer it. I might not. Who knows? if you want to see more content from me, please subscribe. I do gaming videos, I do my own personal short films, my own personal short visual effects videos, I do a little bit of acting, I do everything. So if you want to see more of that, please subscribe. But other than that, have a lovely evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.